Get in here, get in here, get in here, power people. You are listening to Taima Aziz Serwa, the spiritual business strategist, the pioneer and visionary of the Womb Sauna. Listen, put this in the comments, whether you're on our YouTube channel or whether you are catching this live on Facebook. Look, I'm a night owl, and because I own my time, I can work and go live and do whatever I want to do whenever I feel like it. I want you to hear me. I want you to hear me. Put this in the chat box. If you're live with me and you're catching this in real time, if you're on the replay, go ahead and put it in the comment section. The numbers do not lie. The numbers do not lie. One of the principles that I teach my 888 coders is how to respect the numbers. If the operational expenses every month are $15,000 and what you profit is $6,000 in a 30-day cycle, the numbers are going to tell you that you don't have enough to take care of your financial responsibilities. And I notice that entrepreneurs have certain sensitivities about running their numbers. And that's why my 5-day business infrastructure training is so impactful, because in real time, we do your budget and go through your numbers. There is no, oh, just come back and we can talk. No, it's budget day. We need to look at the financial health of the business. Let's run these numbers. And I find that it's a deeply emotional process for my students. They are nervous. They feel triggered around not being enough or knowing enough because they lack emotional discipline and the ability to ground the energy and just let the numbers tell you what it is. So if you find yourself in a scenario where your operational costs aren't being met, then now the numbers have clarified what amount of resources we have for the business, and you will find that you can think more clearly when you run your numbers and know exactly what you need to do. Well, you know what? Maybe I should run a promo and try to capture some more coins. Maybe I need to run my numbers every day and stop waiting till the end of the month to discover that week over week I need a certain amount of energy in the bank so I can pay these bills. Okay? So when you don't really understand the value of the numbers and running the numbers, you're winging it. And how you do one thing is how you do everything. So once you wing it with the budget, of course, it's going to be difficult to establish revenue goals because you haven't even figured out why you charge the price you charge for things. And people in business who use the cost of an event or the cost of a service or the cost of a product to try to determine and tell the marketplace what their value is, you can tell they actually aren't running the numbers. They're actually using their pricing model to try to build their self-esteem about what they think is their perceived worth and value. But people don't have a problem for compensating for what they need. And there's another way. There's a path that's not on the path of fear, where this is driven by my insecurities and not feeling like enough. So now I need to quadruple the cost of what I offer to make sure people know my value. Some of the wealthiest people that are my friends are some of the most generous people. And the reason that they are so generous is because they know how to run their numbers. They know what they can afford to sow. They know what they can afford to lose. They know what they can afford to gain. They know how to make money. They know how to bring in certain dollar amounts. They know how to market it. They know if they need to go live. They know how to position themselves to be able to bring in what is needed and be magnetic and attractive to money. And you best believe they follow their numbers meticulously. Are you following yours in your business? When you decide, oh, I'm only going to charge $60 for that, how did you even get to that number? Did you run your numbers? Did you pull up your budget sheet? Did you look at the cost of doing business, all the different expenses? Are you aware of when people are buying what from your business? All of that is important information. It's important. And this is stuff that I cover in the training, and I just wanted to offer a brief, quick conversation and encourage you. If you are a business owner, you should have an operational budget. You should know exactly how much it costs you to either run pay ads or hire freelancers to create graphics. Like, there are real expenses that come with being visible in business. And if you have a plan for the numbers flow with ease. If you don't and you're winging it, you'll be trying to push things out, get to the end of it, and close in the red or not have enough because you're winging it. Again, numbers are a spiritual coding system. When you catch this live, go ahead and put in the comments if you were here, were you able to take away from this brief little nugget I wanted to drop into your orbit? And if you need a part two, because I am willing to offer that to my listening audience. If you feel like this was valuable, you want a part two, you want to continue this conversation, go ahead to the comment box and say, Tama, I want to learn more about the numbers and how they are a spiritual coding system. And I'll say, okay, and I'll bring some additional information. But the better opportunity that you have is to actually enroll in the 888 code training. You can go to thewombsauna.com/events to see the description and decide if you want to opt in. I will hand walk you through getting a workable operational budget for your business. I will review the one you have in place and tell you if it's current and if it's going to open up doors for you financially or not. That's the value of being in the 888 code, being in my energy. I've done all of these things. I know how important financial management is in the business. And I don't care if it's a small business, medium-sized business, or large business. If you are in business, you need to be running your numbers. Because a business that is not profitable is a hobby. It's a hobby. And I know how important the dream is to you. I know how passionate you are about it. I know how meaningful it is for you to do the work that you do and then be rewarded with seeing it take care of your life. But there's some decisions you got to make. And if you run your numbers, it's easier to make certain decisions. And so I just want you to be thinking about, how did I even price that at that? Did I just pull that out of my head because when I was Googling, I saw a similar type of business and decided I'm going to just price it similar to what they're pricing. You don't know how many miles they got to feed. You don't know if they're the OOO, only operating officer. You don't know. That's not how you should be structuring your pricing model. And I will hand walk you and give you my template for the correct higher level mogul mindset way of running your numbers and understanding what they mean vibrationally, spiritually. I will help you regulate your emotions so that you're no longer intimidated or afraid of the numbers and watching them and studying them in your budget sheet. I give you ideas on how to create your budget sheet and see what feels good to you. These are the things that are happening in my 5-day business infrastructure training. This is why I am going live, telling you about it, because I think it can add value and give you some relief. Because the goal that I have is to positively create sustainable businesses as a result of this training. And I have been doing it for years, and I have been successful with helping people run their numbers. So let's have that conversation. To enroll in the class, all you got to do is go to thewombsauna.com/events. And you will see the information about the 888 code class. We start 11/11. Please try to lock in before 11/1 because the price does go up. All right. So I love y'all. I hope this in the middle of the night live blessed your soul. And I can't wait to see many of you in the 888 code. Love you. Peace.